So that's exactly the kind of premise behind this. Yeah? Why the colours? The purpose of today's session is to introduce some of the final year students to a particular psychological technique that can be used by athletes and coaches. We're talking about pre-performance routines. So the routines are there to allow athletes and coaches to understand the emotional and mental state that athletes need to be in order to perform at their best. Okay, so what are our initial thoughts, guys? What kind of things do we think we might be using this bit of kit for?
We're doing applied sports psychology, and we basically learn how to be a practitioner and helping clients, i.e. athletes, sort out themselves mentally and prepare themselves for sport and everything. And today we're going through performance routines where the athlete will go through either pre, during or post-performance routines where they'll get in a mental state and they'll get ready to perform the skill.
So think about how you might use some of this kit in order to develop something like that. You're definitely on the right lines. Keywords, images, all of those can be used and utilised with this bit of kit.
My group, we've decided to do a penalty shootout. So, you know, you just go through the different zones and get into different mental states. So you go from the mental state of relaxation just before you take the penalty kick, when you've realised you have to take it, to the end, which is where you've actually taken the penalty kick, and then you can focus out, you can calm down, feel good about hopefully what you've done.
So what's the technique, the specific name for the technique you've just described?
Pre-performance routine.
Great. Okay, so we can relate that to some of the stuff. We try to allow the students as much as possible an opportunity to explore new ideas and map it onto their own initial perspectives of reality. So they have their own experiences, which we like to draw on to help them understand new and complex ideas. So the kind of session we've got here today starts with the students exploring something that's new and unfamiliar, and then asking them to think of ways in which it could be used. Now, the good thing about this is, without me having told them what the specifics of the session are all about, they can have some prompts which allows them to explore it and identify it without anything more than, have a think about this, here's what you might want to kind of use it for. That all comes from the students. So what we're encouraging the students to do is become independent learners, people who can problem solve, and that's something we try to do in a range of innovative ways. This is just one example. So this kind of approach, this learning activity, is very representative of the way we view education here at Leeds Metropolitan University.